Streaming live every Friday night, it's Street Talk with the Swift Gang, right here on GoHamRadio.com.
Arr, arr, arr. Ahoy, mateys. It is episode 9 of Street Talk with the Swift Gang. I am your pirate for the night. Your pirate. I'm your pirate for the night. Miss Fancy Pants.
And I'm Vincenzo.
Running this ship with us.
Of course. Who else would be running this ship other than the two of us?
No one better.
No one better. And speaking of no one better, we got a great show for you this evening. Every Friday night from 10 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time, we give you guys exclusive content, exclusive interviews, and of course, our roundtable discussions. And we cannot forget my favorite part of this show, to be honest with you, is DJ Roscoe, our live in-house DJ who will be spinning the discs all evening.
Which actually they just saw about 30 minutes prior. Hopefully you were tuning in to Jammin' with DJ Roscoe, which premiered about 4 or 5 weeks ago, right here on GoHamRadio.com.
Instant hit.
Instant hit. He plays all the jams, labels, and locals. Well, he did labels and locals. Now he's decided to feature just locals, and he does a couple of well-known artists from different labels who release free mixtapes, such as Cardi B, who, shout out to her, she just got engaged to Offset, I hear, just 2 hours ago, something. Yeah, this is
the world is coming together.
Yes,
beautiful.
Life is good. We're showing love. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about, we've got some stream this things where Vinny's going to let you guys know what you guys can stream this weekend. I've got some places you can go during the day with the family, or if you want to be 21 and up and get a little ratchet with your costume, I got some places you can go. There are a few sold out concerts. Do you have tickets to them or not? Find out which ones they are later in the show. But right now, Vinny, why don't you give him a little rundown about the specifics of the show?
So what's really great about tonight's show is this evening we are featuring photographer, DJ, and a YouTuber, the one and only Devin Rowe Watson. He is in the building, in the house tonight. And so we're going to be asking some questions, and he's going to be showing us some of his pictures, and we're going to get to know him a little bit about what he's got going on, all three of his different projects. He's a busy man, photographer, DJ, and YouTuber. So you know he's very, very entertaining. And this evening we're also going to be talking about the biggest topic that's coming up here in the next 4 or 5 days, Halloween.
Hello.
What Halloween candy to eat, what Halloween candy to avoid.
Which Halloween candy to buy.
What Halloween costumes to wear, and maybe what not to wear.
All right, Vinny doesn't have a costume. He's lame. That's what he dressed up as, lame.
I am an OG player, as the shirt states.
Whatever. Anyway, if you're tuning in with us, you can live chat us. We do have a live stream going, so you can tune in. You can ask us questions. You can do shout-outs.
Speaking of chatting and shout-outs, I want to give our first shout-out of the evening right now.
Okay.
Hey, that's my boyfriend,
David?
Haley Bunny. Oh, man, I don't know if we just got Dev in trouble.
That's hilarious. I thought David was in the house. I was like, David's your boyfriend, Vinny?
No. David is probably out partying tonight because
he
there's a lot
probably
going on.
is.
But Haley Bunny, special shout-out to you. Thank you for listening. And
welcome to the show,
that's
Honey
her boyfriend.
Bunny.
Thank you for informing us. Now we can clown him all night.
Honey Bunny is your boyfriend, or is your girlfriend. So, does she have a nickname for you?
Sugar Tits.
All right, we'll ask that later on in this show, later on. So make sure you live chat us if you have any questions that you want us to ask Dev. You can go on and do that, and we can make sure that we ask him in our live interview segment that we have later on in the show. So.
And you know what? If this weekend you're going to be working and maybe you got some, or maybe you're not working, you just plan on staying home and you got some time to kill, I got some great things that you could stream on our segment called Stream This, which you'll be able to check out. Very, very looking forward to that because we've given some great suggestions over the last couple of shows and got some great feedback. So you guys keep letting us know what you like and what you don't like. Most of it's been very, very positive. So keep letting us know what you like, and I'll keep providing you guys different things that you can stream.
Perfect. Well, before we get to any of that, why don't we do a little segment that we like to call This Day and Time, presented to you by our one and only DJ Roscoe.
DJ Roscoe.
All right, DJ, why don't you let us know what's important about today?
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. So this day and time, October 27th, was the start of America Basketball League, 1961. In 1972, Golden Gate Creation Area was created. In 1977, NASA launched its vehicle S-200. Now, if anyone's celebrating a birthday today or even this weekend, shout out to Miss Fancy Pants celebrating her birthday midnight tonight. So get ready for that one tonight. Stay tuned, stay tuned. There you go. Anyone celebrating a birthday tonight, hit us up in our live chat room or in the comment below so we can give you a special shout out. Now back to Miss Fancy Pants and Vinny Vincenzo with our weekly wrap up.
All right. Well, thank you, DJ, for that warm birthday wish. Yes, I will be turning 21 at midnight, so we'll be celebrating, right?
Love it. I love
took
it.
yours.
I lost.
Oh, mine's over here. I got
yours.
it. All right. I used mine as decoration. Do-do-do-do.
There we go.
So it seems like it's birthday month. DJ Roscoe had his birthday October 1st.
I had mine September 2nd. Seems
then-
like we're just celebrating birthdays.
ding, ding.
And you know what? What's interesting is our guest next week is actually going to be celebrating his birthday a couple days before our show. Am I correct?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Our guest next week, his birthday is November 1st, and he'll be on our November 3rd show. That'll be Charisma Jones.
Big shout out to Charisma Jones,
Yep.
who's going to be our guest next week.
Early birthday shout out to you. Make sure you guys all tune in so you can catch him. We'll be doing some birthday shenanigans, as we always like to do right here on Street Talk with the Swift Gang. So did you also know that today is Bat, Corn, and Halloween Safety Awareness Month?
I understand the bats. I understand the Halloween safety awareness, but corn.
Maybe they're referring to candy corn?
Corn.
Maybe harvest corn? Maybe scarecrows corn?
Shout
I
out
mean-
to everyone in Nebraska.
You know, it's also National Cranky Coworker Day.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting.
Where are my presents? I should just be littered, showered.
You can have that one for free.
I'll take that one. That's, you know what? Because that's from the heart.
He can sit and spin on that one, folks. One for the pirate.
Oh, man. Well, thank God it's Friday.
Yes.
What does everyone have planned for this weekend? Miss
Well,
Fancy Pants?
I don't know. Farg, what are you doing this weekend? Working all weekend?
Working at
Day
the
shift,
car
morning
wash.
shift, night shift? All the shifts? Oh, shifts.
Shifty
Oh,
McVeigh.
shifts. So many shifts. Oh, geez. Hey, DJ Roscoe, what do you got going on this weekend?
Yep. So for this weekend, yeah, very excited for this weekend. It's been a while since I expressed my weekend, so this one is very excited. Main thing is a break from work, yeah, and get the chance to go back to my motherland, which is back home in Jamaica. So
Very nice.
yeah, I have a few things planned out which I cannot express to you all. Wait on, see, check out the media, check out the sites. You'll see them posting.
So heading to the motherland. And where's
Back.
the motherland?
Back in Jamaica,
What part of Jamaica?
Montego Bay,
Montego Bay.
active city. Yep.
All right. And how long are you going to be in Montego Bay?
Practically about a month.
Long
A
enough
month?
To,
I
long enough to
deserve
want
it.
to go back.
I work long enough. I miss it long enough. I deserve it, and it's not enough. One
All
month.
Well, we're going to miss you while you're gone for a month, but we'll make sure to have your shows on replay.
I can only shout him out as DJ Roscoe.
There-
Well, maybe we can do a live call into him. That would be kind of cool.
Does he have
Maybe.
ones and twos in Jamaica?
I probably can make time for you guys and do a
Oh,
live
he can-
performance from back in Jamaica.
He can make time for us. Ooh, he can
Look at
make
that,
time for
Mr.
us.
Busy.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh.
Godfather himself.
Oh, the Godfather. I hear he may be a godfather-in-law. I don't know, or a step godfather,
in
or
the process.
in the process.
In the process. We'll figure that all out.
For baby Viviana,
For
Yep,
baby
yep,
Viviana.
special shout out.
Viviana Marie.
Viviana Marie Rufino.
Oh, you're giving out your full government.
Full government name.
Oh God.
God bless her.
All right. God bless her. She's already out there.
She's on the grid.
Well, I know Monster Bash is going on this weekend, so I'll be hanging out with my girlfriends and other friends, brother and stuff, Saturday night. And then this past week, I actually had the opportunity to go to San Francisco for the day.
Yes.
I wanted to go check on the fires and make sure the land was all right up in North County. I'm just such a good citizen. Check on my friend Smokey the Bear, see how he was doing.
So was everything original recipe or extra crispy?
It was actually original recipe, freshly baked, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Freshly baked.
Well, in San Francisco, of course, you're going to find everything just freshly oven baked.
Yeah, they have this famous
Toasted.
sourdough.
Toasted even.
The famous sourdough that's out
Yes,
there.
by Bodine's.
I was able to go to Fisherman's Wharf, Pier 39, Coit Tower.
Not Pier 31.
No.
Or Pier 1. Pier 1 Imports, not Pier 1.
No, I did not go shopping, unfortunately.
Pier
Went to
39.
Ghirardelli Square and got some ice cream.
Nice.
That was good. It was called like the Chrissy phenomenon or something. It was something amazing. 3 scoops of cookies and cream ice cream. It was amazing. I had it twice because I could only eat half of it, and then I ate the other half.
Good Lord.
And it was really cool because I flew out there, and then I took the BART into Union Square, spent the day walking around, enjoying the day. It was beautiful weather. I think it was like 90 degrees, something like that, clear skies, and walked all the way down to the water, sights, pictures, all that stuff. Took the BART back home and was back home by like 11 o'clock at night. So I just did a day in the Bay, and that was super fun.
Nice.
So it was really good weather, but I hear we may have some changes in the weather here.
Yes, which is good, which I'm really glad and I'm good to know because this weekend,
Okay.
the family and I, we are taking them on a hornblower cruise tomorrow
When?
night.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Very cool.
Yeah, so Frank and the kids are all going to experience their first hornblower cruise, and we're just going to enjoy the weekend. And Frank has a hockey game, and we're just going to keep it kind of low key and simple. But the reason why I'm glad that you brought up is the weather, because it is going to be cold starting Sunday
Okay.
and going into next week, so much that it may actually rain on Halloween. So bundle up your kids, bundle up your wives, bring your umbrellas. Don't hide them, just bundle them up.
All right.
Okay? And then Saturday, it's okay. The weather is all right for Saturday and for most of Sunday.
So it's going to be okay when I go to Monster Bash and
Yes.
party it up on the
Yes.
Saturday night for the holiday like
Yes.
adults do.
Yes. Now,
But if you have children,
I would, well, considering that we're going to be on the bay, I'm going to bundle them up anyways because it can be a bit drafty.
drafty on the
Yes.
bay on your
Well,
horn-blower
you would
crew.
know that, pirate, sailing the bays,
Oh, yeah.
how it can get a bit drafty in the evenings.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. All right. Well, dang, that sounds like sweater weather to me. Might be a little chilly, but, speaking of the chill, why don't we turn on the AC for the evening and check out some of the arts and culture events that we got going on. Thank you, Vinny. So if you guys don't already know, October is free for kids at the zoo and the safari park.
Free, give me 3.
But it's only October, so you have to do it by October 31st. So
3
go
days
check
left.
that out if you do have kids. It's free for kids, not for adults, but it is low price if you're on a budget. So try that out. We also have going on Saturday the 13th annual Boulevard Boo Parade. That's going to be on El Cajon Boulevard and Rolando. It's going to go from Rolando to 60th on El Cajon Boulevard, and that's going to be, I think, what is it, from 10 to noon, and that's free. So you can get your kids all dressed up and go check out the parade. I'm sure they're going to be handing out candy and all that good stuff.
Yes.
And then on Saturday and Sunday, these are the last days of all the haunted hotels and the frightmares and all of that we
the
got
haunted
going
hotels, the haunted trails, the haunted Scream Zone.
So I'm going to give you a
Haunted
little
hotel.
rundown real quick. So
Run me
make
down.
sure you get your notepad or a mental notepad so you can figure out which one you want to go to because these are going to be great. But make sure you do get there early because with it being the last weekend before Halloween, they do go up to Halloween. But with it being the last weekend, the lines do get pretty long and pretty crazy. So make sure you get there early, get there with your friends. You can, pregame and hang out in the line or whatever. Just don't get too rowdy and make sure you watch out for the cars because it will be congested. You don't want to get hit by those crazy Lyft and Uber drivers. I know we have a new Lyft driver on the road and you don't know.
Hire me. Hire me immediately. I just got approved as soon as the show's over. I will pick you up from your drunken mess of a job that you did at whatever bar you're at.
Vinny's
and
a
I
new
will take
Lyft
you
driver.
home safely. Tip me well because I will get you home well.
If you get into his car, all you're going to hear are reruns of our podcast. So you're going to have reruns of the podcast and see the Go Ham mobile running around.
Give thanks. Swift Gang, Street Talk, DJ Roscoe.
Hey,
Big ups to Fog
Give
running
thanks,
the engineering.
Big ups to everyone, all the bread running citron in the country. Anyway, so what we've got going on Saturday and Sunday are we have Haunted Hotel, which is downtown. Starts at 6 and it's $19. So everything's going to be about $25.
God, what do they think I am? Made of money? What do I look like, an ATM for the world?
The Zombie Crawl, that's going to be at George's on the 5th. It's from 6 p.m. to 11. All of these start at 6 p.m. So get there kind of early. They go to about 11 o'clock. The crawl is going to be $25. Then we have the Haunted Trail, which is going to be in Balboa Park. We did that one year. That one's really cool.
That was fun.
7 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's $25. It's really cool because it actually has the good scenery.
Yes.
Sometimes when it's in a hotel, I feel a little congested, maybe not really in the
claustrophobic.
mood. Yeah, so that's fun. If you feel a little claustrophobic, you can go and check out Balboa Park. Also, there's the Scream Zone in Del Mar. At the Del Mar Fairgrounds, that's from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's only $19. I think it can get up to about $33 depending on what option you want.
Which this year is a little bit different because actually the people who run the Haunted Hotel and the Haunted Trails took over Scream Zone. So it's under new management, so you might get some new scares and
new tactics.
Yes, they might come at you with, I don't know.
Very cool. Well,
Spider Monkey.
If you're not into Halloween too much and want to try something a little bit different that you don't have to be in costume, say you just want to be drunk this weekend.
Like Vinny.
We do have the SD Beer and Music Festival.
Excellent.
That's going to be at the Ingram Plaza at Liberty Station at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Which is going to be featuring Simon Rex and Mickey Avalon.
It will, and it's going to be featuring over 100 different craft beers that you can sample unlimitedly. All you have to do is pay the entrance fee of it's like $35.
Okay, well, if I had to pick between getting scared for 10 minutes or getting drunk on a beautiful bay, I would rather fork over the extra 15 and do that.
Well, Lyft driver, maybe you should hang out around the Liberty Station. And
Good
you might
idea.
Be getting some responsible drinkers needing a ride home. How
And
about that?
I look forward to taking them home. Tip me well.
So, all right. Well, stay tuned, guys. We've got a couple of things that you can stream.
Yes.
That Vinny will bring up.
Some jokes.
Some jokes.
Some riddles.
Ooh, riddle me this, riddle me that.
Maybe some sports.
Maybe.
But most importantly, we have Devereaux Watson. Yes.
We've got Dev in the building, so you'll be checking him out a little bit later. But stay tuned. This is Street Talk with the Swift Gang. I'm Miss Fancy Pants.
And I'm Vinny Cenzo. You're listening to us live on GoHamRadio.com.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
Hey, we are right here on Go Ham Radio. It's Street Talk with the Swift Gang. I'm Miss Fancy Pants.
And I'm Vinny Cenzo. And unlike Miss Fancy Pants, I am not a pirate this evening.
I've caught my first catch of the night. He is the original player.
As it says on the shirt. I don't know if we can get that all on camera.
Ha ha.
However, we are glad that you guys are listening to us. If you are, please chat us up. Let us know what you're thinking, what you got going on. You can chat us live on Facebook.com or on our website at GoHamRadio.com. But now we'd love to get into a little segment we love to call Stream This. And so if you're going to be maybe at home this weekend, don't have any plans because you can't afford to go out like myself because you're
Maybe
broke.
they want to have Fright Night with their date.
Ooh, that's a great idea. And you know what? I have just the perfect thing. It is a Netflix original show. It is about an hour and 45 minutes long. It is pretty suspenseful. It is called 1922.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, and it is based on Stephen King's novella that he created. It is about a farmer who pens a confession admitting to his wife's murder, and her death is just the beginning of a lot of crazy stories behind her husband. Ooh. So check it out because it is based kind of in that setting, 1922. That's the name of the show. Also, if you're looking for something creepy and fun to watch.
And these are both your recommendations are on Netflix.
This is on Netflix, yes. And the second one is also on Netflix. Okay. It is actually a season, and it is called Mind Hunter.
Okay.
And in the late 70s, 2 FBI agents expand criminal science by delving into the psychology of murder and getting
murder.
Yes. Rape.
I've known him for 2 weeks.
And they get kind of inside behind the mind of all these guys. So it's kind of, there's I think a little bit of truth to it because they kind of base it off of some real life stories, but I think obviously they kind of fictionalize it a little bit for TV purposes. But if you're looking for something spooky or something suspenseful this weekend, I would check out Mindhunter or 1922 on Netflix. And
Very
that's what we
cool.
have for Stream This.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check those out. I do like a little fright night for my Netflix and chill.
And, you know, they have a whole bunch of other original scary movies that we can go on and talk about. But
On and on.
yeah, well, you know, go ahead.
I
Check
like
out
those.
two. Check out those two.
Those are your off-beaten Halloween options, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing. If you want to go out, though, and show off your costume like I will, I'm going to be Elvira this weekend, and then I'm going to be an angel on Halloween. But we've got some Halloween parties you can go to. First off, Saturday, we do have Monster Bash downtown San Diego. Juicy J will be DJing.
Yes.
So you can check that out. It's a block party, and they're going to have 4 different theme stages. Tickets are $65 starting at midnight.
Okay.
$55 today. So if you get the tickets online before tomorrow, they're $10 cheaper. Otherwise, it's $65 at the door. And then after Monster Bash, Juicy J will be at Flux nightclub, so you can go check him out. He'll be doing a little performance and appearance there.
Okay.
21 and up, both of the events, and it's going to be a little costly, $20 cover for Juicy J. And then, of course, you still have to buy your drinks when you do get into Monster Bash. It's not open bar.
Nope.
What else do we got going on? We do have, if you want something a little bit off-beaten and free, there's Nightmare on Normal Street. You can go check that out, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. They have a little dance party and celebrating the holiday out there. Sunday, if you've got tickets, great. You'll probably enjoy the show. It's Music Soul Child. He will be in town. He's going to be at Music Box. It's a sold-out show, so that's why I say if you have tickets, enjoy. Otherwise, I don't really know what to say except try and catch the Facebook live feeds and all the YouTube live feeds from all of your friends that are saying that they're going. If you don't have any friends that are going, maybe you need to make some new friends because Music Soul Child is definitely someone to go see and bring a friend to.
Yes.
So that's going to be on Sunday. On Tuesday, we do have Black Star. I mentioned that they were at North Park Observatory a few weeks ago.
They were.
I believe the show may have gotten canceled because he's back. Again, it's sold out. So if you don't have tickets, this is an 18-up show. Don't even show up. You might need to make friends with somebody or go to StubHub or something like that to try and get tickets. But that is sold out as well. Get there at 7 o'clock because there will be a line.
Okay.
Then finally, we do have on Thursday, November 2nd, we've got Yellow Wolf, and Jackson Hunter is going to be at the Observatory in North Park. $22, 18 and up, doors at 7, show at 8. So you can still get tickets for that. They're pretty cheap. Like I said, $22, maybe, $19.22. Then go for $22 and see the show later on in the week. Who knows? So that's kind of what I've got going on this week for Hitting the Streets. What are you laughing at? Are you reading the joke that you're about to read us?
Our joke of the day just has me laughing.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
Oh, my. Okay.
I'm ready.
So a teenage boy
Teenage.
calls 911. Hello. I need your help. He says to the 911 operator. Operator says, all right, what is it? The boy goes, 2 girls are fighting over me. Not a bad problem to have, right? If you're a young boy,
Right.
teenage boy.
He doesn't know what he's got.
Yeah, that in my world, we call that a lot of luck.
Not a menage.
Yes.
Oh.
Not menage. Oh, my God.
All right, go ahead. Finish your story.
Puzzled, just like myself, the 911 emergency operator goes, well, so what's your emergency? And the boy goes, the ugly one is winning.
Oh.
And that is our joke of the day.
Oh. 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 I would say just keep the door open so you can get a quick getaway.
That's true. That's true.
I guess that would be my advice. Make sure all emergency exits are cleared.
We don't want anyone blocking the emergency exits. No, no, no.
Well, on our Say What part of the show, that I like to introduce a little riddle or a joke to you guys. And if you can figure it out, figure the riddle out, you will get a nice little Go Ham prize pack that we will send to you. It will include a Go Ham nose, so you can take a picture and send it to us, and we can feature it on our website for the Go Ham cam. We'll get you some magnets, some stickers, and a couple other little things that we got in the little gift bag for you. So if you do know the answer, you can email us the answer with a riddle or joke in the subject line so it doesn't go to spam. And make sure you include your address and just put your answer to the riddle of the question. And tonight's riddle is, all right, let me get this so I don't mess it up. Are you guys ready? What has cities but no houses? Forests but no trees? Water but no fish? Right? I'm going to say that again. What has cities but no houses?
No houses.
Forests but no trees? And water but no fish? If you happen to know the answer, make sure you email us at requests@gohamradio.com. Put joke or riddle in the subject line so it doesn't go to spam. We will answer your correct emails with a reply of yes, and of course, we'll need your address, so make sure you do that so we can send you the prize pack. So we're going to take a quick break, right?
Yep, we're going to listen to some DJ Roscoe, and then when we come back, I'll have a little bit of a sports rundown for you, and then please stay tuned because we have Devereaux Watson, who's going to be joining us live, the infamous photographer, YouTuber, and DJ.
That's right. He DJs.
That's right.
He's about to release his YouTube channel, too. I think it's going to be released November 3rd.
Yep, so stay tuned. We're going to have all that information for you. So thank you for listening to us right here on Swift Talk with the Street Gang on GoHamRadio.com.
Is it Swift Talk or is it Street Talk?
Street Talk, Swift Talk, it's all the same.
Does he even know where we are?
Who are we? Who are you?
I think we're
What's your
here
problem?
on Street Talk with the Swift Gang, but that's all right. I won't throw him under the bus.
It's my dyslexia kicking in. Forgive me.
If you've been tuning with us, you know that this happens often. He gets
Frequently.
tongue twisted. At least he shows up. At least he shows up. I'll work with his tongue twisters. Just make sure you're here.
Shout out to Black Girl Magic Mini Marker Magic.
There is no marker involved.
Then where did you say marker?
Market.
Market. There we go.
It's Black Girl Magic Mini Market.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize for him now for butchering the name.
Shout out to them because
Speaking of butchering, shout out to Thor. He is our rescued pig who's part of the Street Talk Swift Gang. No, we're not going to butcher him.
Oh,
but he was saved from being butchered.
Oh, that's right.
He's saved.
That's right.
So we have adopted him. His name is Thor. There's a little bio of him on our webpage, GoHamRadio.com.
Shout out to Thor.
Shout out to Thor. You can go to the Street Talk page and check us out. But without further ado, I'm Miss Fancy Pants. We got Farg in the back. This is Vincenzo, and you're about to hear the tunes of DJ Roscoe. We'll check back with you a little bit later.
You are now tuned into the movement with Swift Gang here on Street Talk.
Hey, welcome back to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
Hey!
Here on GoHamRadio.com. This is my co-host, Miss Fancy Pants. I'm Vincenzo. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to get into a quick sports wrap-up before we get to our featured guest this evening, Devereaux Watson.
Hey!
YouTuber, photographer, and DJ.
Extraordinaire,
yes.
Right? All right, well, why don't you tell us some sports, because I know nothing of sports. Maybe this can spark my interest.
Help you out a little bit.
What do we got going on around town?
All right, well, let's start off in the NFL. Last night, the Miami Dolphins visited Baltimore and got spanked 40-0.
Wow.
Matt Moore led all passers with 176 yards. Alex Collins led all rushers with 113 rushing yards. And Kenny Stills, leading receiver, with 65 yards. This Sunday, Minnesota is visiting Cleveland, Oakland at Buffalo, Indianapolis at Cincinnati. The Los Angeles Judases are visiting the New England Patriots. Chicago Bears at the New Orleans Saints. Should be a really great matchup. Atlanta Falcons, who just came off of their rematch from the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots and lost, are going to be visiting the New York Jets. Niners at the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia is just soaring right now. Carolina Panthers at Tampa Bay in a battle of the Southeast. Houston versus Seattle, Dallas visiting Washington Redskins, Pittsburgh at Detroit, and finally, Denver versus Kansas City in an epic AFC matchup for your Monday night game. Green Bay, Tennessee, LA Rams, New York Giants, Arizona Cardinals, and Jacksonville Jaguars are all on a bye this week. So,
LA Rams. Oh.
we move on to the NBA.
All right, basketball. Season.
Basketball. This evening.
Do you know that my age is the same number as the jerseys of
the 76ers?
Dickhead.
On to basketball.
You know what? Pass. Not the 76ers. Pass. Go ahead.
Tonight's scores. Houston visits Charlotte, beating Charlotte 109-93. James Harden led them all with 27 points. Kemba Walker for Charlotte with 26 points. San Antonio visiting Orlando. Orlando beating San Antonio 114-87. Denver Nuggets at Atlanta. Denver 105, Atlanta 100. Brooklyn Nets rumored to be coming to San Diego potentially in the near future. 1-0 versus the New York Knicks. They lost 107-86. Kerstrap Porzingis leading the the New York Knicks with 30 points. D'Angelo Russell 15 points leading for the Brooklyn Nets. Oklahoma City Thunder at Minnesota. They lose a tight one, 119-116. Washington Wizards at Golden State. They lose another tight one there, 120-117. Of course, everyone talking about Washington State's John Wall against Lonzo Ball earlier this week. Lonzo Ball.
Wall versus Ball.
Wall versus Ball. And Lonzo Ball and the Lakers end up walking away with the win. John Wall is supposed to mop him up all over the floor. I didn't quite see that. Maybe someone can school me in the game of basketball there and let me know if that happened. Toronto Raptors at the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers losing tonight 92-101 to the Raptors. And that is our NBA wrap-up. Tonight was Game 3 of the Major League Baseball World Series featuring the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Houston Astros.
Go Dodgers!
I took some shots today on Facebook because I said, go Dodgers, NL West is the best, division in baseball. Kind of just letting everyone know that I think that basically as a Padre fan, if we're going to have the champion of the entire league, should come from our division, because then at least we could say when we lost to the world champs. Yeah, well, and I have some small ties to LA, to the team, from being a youngster. I got some signed balls and stuff. But anyways.
So what's up with the World Series?
World Series Friday today. Astros beat the Dodgers 3-1 after they beat the Dodgers yesterday in 11 innings, 7-6, and Dodgers took Game 1 3-1. So tomorrow night will be Game 4. That game is in Houston, and it will be at 5 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. On to NCAA football. Top 25 finals. Oregon State was hosting the Stanford Cardinal. Stanford Cardinal, number 20, squeaks away with the win, 15-14. Number 24, Memphis beats Tulane 56-26. Number 8, Miami. Tomorrow we'll be playing against the University of North Carolina. Oklahoma State is 6-1. They will be visiting the West Virginia Mountaineers, and they are ranked number 22. Number 5, Wisconsin Badgers will be playing Illinois. University of Georgia Bulldogs are going to be visiting the Florida Gators in a very, very good SEC matchup. Number 16, Michigan State University will be visiting Northwestern. My favorite game that I will be paying attention to tomorrow will be number 14, NC State versus number 9, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Another big game tomorrow. Number 2, they did do good. They're 6-1 right now. Go Irish. Number 2, Penn State, undefeated. Saquon Barkley, the Heisman favorite, is going to be up against Ohio State University, who comes in at number 6. And Ohio State has a couple of, J.T. Barrett has come off a kind of a tough season. He's been a feature player for them for quite some time now. He's finishing off his career at Ohio State. Number 4, TCU is going to be visiting Iowa State University at number 25. UCLA is visiting number 12, Washington. Houston will be heading over to the University of Southern Florida to visit the number 17 University of Florida.
No more Hurricanes.
No more Hurricanes. PA, Austin PA University, 5-3 is going to be visiting the University of Central Florida, who is coming in at number 18. Virginia Tech, number 13, hosting Duke. Number 7, Clemson, hosting Georgia Tech. Number 10, Oklahoma will be hosting Texas Tech University. And finally, the last two games are coming from the Pac-10. Number 15, Washington State University will be at Arizona State Wildcats. And number 21, USC Trojans at the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Okay.
So that is college football. Almost done here. You
Done.
guys are doing a great job. Stick with me. Tonight in the NHL, Las Vegas Golden Knights shutout Colorado Avalanche 7-0. New Jersey over Ottawa in a shootout 5-4. Columbus over Winnipeg in overtime 2-1. St. Louis over Carolina 2-1. Nashville Predators over the Chicago Blackhawks 2-1. And the Dallas Stars over Calgary Flames 2-1. And to wrap up our sports segment,
How are the goals doing?
the Goals won last night.
Okay.
They won tonight, I believe.
Way to go, goals.
And my freshman football team, we lost last night 27-6 against our hated rival, Steel Canyon High School. It was a tough loss. Guys played great. Plain and simple, we're down to our last bodies because guys are just hurt. And so we have guys who...
It's hot. Maybe they're just hot and tired.
No excuses. No excuses. Because you know what? When I played football, now I sound like an old man. Okay. When I played football. When I played back in my day, we did 3 days in the heat in Fresno. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it sucked. Anyways,
people would pass out on my football field.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. So this week we have Helix. It's going to be a tough matchup. It's our last game of the season, so I believe right now we are 3-6 on the season. So we hope to finish 4-6. Mm-hmm. But if not, we'll finish 3-7. And the boys have played great all year. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see what they do this offseason going into their JV year, because I think they could have a much better JV year than they had this year on the freshman level.
Yeah, well, way to go, Norsemen, right?
Yes, and that's our sports wrap up. You guys stay tuned. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to have Devereaux Watson in the building.
Yeah, but before that, let's get to DJ Roscoe for a few more tunes.
Yes, please.
Before he gets out of here, because once he's out,
he's gone.
He won't be back till December.
Like the
so
wind.
make sure you tune in right now. Share, show all your friends the page. We've got DJ Roscoe live in the mix.
Melody.
This is Street Talk with the Swift Gang. I'm Miss Fancy Pants.
And I'm Vinny Cenzo. You're watching us live on GoHamRadio.com.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang. My name is Vinny Cenzo, and tonight we have our featured guest, Devereaux Watson. He is in the building tonight, and he is a DJ, he is a photographer, and he is a YouTube. Before we get into the interview, though, I want to go over what your costume is, because you came all dressed up and ready to go tonight for the Halloween edition of Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
Well, I mean, it's not as good as yours, Vinny, but I will say this.
I know how to dress up, man.
I know, right? Original player, that's the best costume I could ever think of. Yeah. But I'm Kylo Ren from Star Wars, the Force Awakens, and now the new movie coming up, Last Jedi.
Are you excited for the last movie?
I already bought my tickets.
He's
I'm
ready
actually
to go.
singing in Irvine.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'll wait a couple weeks until that it's out. I'll wait for the hype to go. Excuse me. Try not to sneeze here on air. Yeah, I'll wait for people to kind of go see it for a couple weeks, and then I'll go when the movie theaters aren't so crazy.
Smart man.
Now, one more thing, though. You got to show us that sweet lightsaber. You got to turn.
All right.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Here's the thing. For any, I will show you guys the whole costume as well. But for those of y'all that are actually Star Wars nerds, you're going to recognize that this lightsaber is not Kylo Ren's, only because I don't have the money to buy another one. So that's how that works out.
So let's not troll him because he doesn't have the finances to get the real thing. Okay, guys, be easy, be kind, be friendly.
Can y'all see me?
We can see. I think we can see you. Yeah, we can see you. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. You know what? And in the dark, no one could tell the difference whether or not that's the right thing, as long as it's red.
Well, I mean, if you're a Star Wars nerd, you gotta know. I mean, it's got extra 2 blades coming out the side.
Right. And it just got the. It looks like one of those old Excalibur swords, except with lightsaber.
Exactly.
Lightsaber action. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Well, you're a native San Diegan. You're born and raised. What neighborhood are you from?
It's a little neighborhood called Oak Park. Most people that actually live here have no idea where Oak Park is.
I know exactly where Oak Park's at.
Perfect. So if you are from San Diego,
54th and Euclid.
Yes, exactly.
Right where it was the Fam Bam and the Popeye's chicken.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, right down that hill.
Yeah. Off the 94. That's like the closest freeway, right? If
Yes.
you're going to jump on.
And for people that don't know, what Fam Bam is or anything like that, if you've ever been to Choice Lake or been to that College Grove, shopping center with the Walmart, the Target, blah, 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 it's right down the hill from that. Literally, if you sneeze while you're driving, you'll literally drive through Oak Park.
It's a small, tiny little
It's a
neighborhood.
very tiny neighborhood.
And it's also connected. They got another spot right there. It's Home Avenue, right?
Yep.
And you can kind of jump
Yep.
into University and all that right over there, that whole back way.
So it's a nice little spot to be in. It's kind of close to everything.
And then you're still there now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very good. Very good. Well, so you do a couple different things.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a photographer, you are a YouTuber, and you are a DJ. Did you know that you wanted to take pictures and DJ and be a YouTuber? I mean, obviously, maybe not YouTuber because YouTube wasn't around when
we were kids.
When we were kids, So
when I first started out, when I was a kid, I knew I was going to do something in music. I always thought I was going to be doing something dancing wise.
Sure.
But just luck of the draw, a couple of cards lay, in my favor. I became a DJ, and then while being a DJ, the finances from being a DJ were pretty good, so I got to travel. And one thing that I started to notice when I was traveling was I would take gorgeous pictures, and I was like, hey, I'll try this out just for the hell of it, you know what I mean? And I took one solid picture, and then from there I was just like, hey, I'm an opportunist. Let me
venture on this now a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then the YouTube thing was just kind of, I've always wanted to be in radio. I mean, that's where we met.
Right.
And the one thing about the whole radio situation, it just didn't work out. So I was just like, what other way can I get out there and be entertaining?
Sure.
So I chose YouTube.
There you go. So you got these 3 different outlets. You're obviously very creative because you got, you said you always wanted to be involved in music. You took a great picture, and now you got an eye for photography. Yeah. And, of course, you're a DJ because that's your business. You're a music man. So where do you find the inspiration to maybe put together a good DJ set, or where do you find the inspiration when you're out there looking around? Like, do you just, to take a good picture, or, where are some different sources of inspiration that you draw from?
First and foremost, and it's going to sound really corny, it's from the heart for me. I mean, I can't be creative unless I'm passionate about that at that moment. I've tried to, put together a DJ set, and when I'm not feeling creative and it sounds like trash, same thing with a photo. If you tell me to take a photo right now, it's going to look like trash. Right. The inspiration first and foremost comes from me, but if I had to name anyone as far as DJing is concerned, I haven't really even thought about it. I haven't listened to a lot of the greats. I usually try to take a lot of my inspiration from my friends and family that have been doing it, only because it's a little bit easier to kind of study them because they're right here and you can ask them questions. So I can't hit up any of these famous DJs.
Right.
As far as photographers, there is one photographer that I really, really look up to, and he's actually a local photographer. His Instagram is Millie Frames, and his name is Fern. He's actually a teenager, and he's taking photos that will blow your mind away. And what's hilarious is I shouted him out on Instagram one day, being like, I took a photo like you, and I was like, you inspire me, and he was like, dude, I look up to you.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's like this back and forth,
Very
kind
cool.
of looking up to each other.
Very, very cool.
So yeah.
So you've had an opportunity to do some different photos. We talked a little bit off air, and off camera about some of the different photo shoots you've done. You've done some weddings and other events and things. So maybe can you explain to us, when you explained to us your first kind of situation where you took that picture and you're like, wow, this is really cool. I think I'm going to give this a shot. So from there, how were your first couple photo shoots? I mean, what did it feel like? What was kind of like the experience for you?
Well, believe it or not, I taught myself everything from YouTube and Pinterest.
Very cool.
So I've never had any type of classes, anything like that. So my first shoot was basically a train wreck. Not only did I almost make the model pass out from using a reflector for too long, but I also forgot my memory card.
Oh, no.
Luckily, I had one in my car, but it was a very small memory card.
Right, so your pictures had to be on point.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whereas, now I carry 32 gig. I think at the time it was an 8 gig. So, I was pushing it, and I'm shooting RAW. So, any photographers out there that know what RAW is like, you can literally fill up an 8 gigabyte, memory card in 10 minutes.
Wow.
But, so I'm shooting and deleting. She almost passed out. I'm freaking out because it's my first shoot. It's just it was a mess, but I did get a lot of great photos out of it only because I was just persistent. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, you know, put that aside. You know, yeah, she's, you know, well, obviously she almost passed out at the end. We stopped. So,
I would say that's probably a good time to stop
Yeah.
the photo shoot, right? We probably have enough now.
pretty much. And to make matters worse, we were on a roof. So,
Oh, wow.
and when she started feeling lightheaded, she was sitting at the edge of the roof. So just imagine if she didn't have the nerve to tell me that she was feeling lightheaded.
Right, then she would have passed out, fell off
Fell
the
off
roof.
the roof,
Oh,
and
good
then
Lord.
I would have had to drive away and pretend like I didn't see it because I don't have insurance. So, well, didn't have insurance. Let me say that.
Well, we don't want anyone to pass out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, okay?
All right.
And you guys go get some water so you don't pass out, all right? Or a fan or whatever you need, okay? And during our break, we're going to actually play a cool slideshow that's going to feature a lot of your photography laced with the sound of our very own Farg.
What?
So we're going to play some beats that Farg has put together and to your slideshow of pictures. So
right.
you guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Street Talk with the Swift Gang live on GoHamRadio.com.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
This is a GoHamRadio.com exclusive. This has been a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.
You are now tuned into the movement with Swift Gang here on Street Talk.
All right, so that was a great little slideshow.
Yeah, that was my first time seeing it, and I heard you made it, right?
I better done this.
I'm going to toot your horn a little bit.
No, it's all good. Doing it for love. I wanted to be able to showcase some of your pictures. If the audience isn't familiar with you, at least they can get familiar with some of what I thought was some of your best pictures.
Thank you.
You've got a lot of different ones on there. Scenic shots. You've got abstract shots. You've got wedding photos and stuff. So you've got a lot of things up there. I see you have a nice, well-rounded collection.
Trying.
So, and I got them all off your Instagram, which is, want to do a plug for your Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram is PicsByDevBlog. You can actually find me on anything with PicsByDevBlog.
Okay,
So,
PicsByDevBlog. So
Blog.
make sure you put blog at the end. All right. I heard the interview that you had with Vinny. It was great.
Thank you.
I can't believe she almost passed out. How crazy.
Yeah.
Did you have anybody else there with you? Was it just you and her?
Well, the shoot was actually for stylists.
What do you
It is hot. Thank you for that.
Then you can put the fan on.
I know,
him.
right?
You're in the
You're
camera
gonna pass
with
out
your-
now.
I'm trying to help out Art. I don't want to have him to have an experience of passing out like his.
Then move
his
the
artist.
fan. And put
I mean,
the
this
fan
is
on
this
him.
is hot. I'm not gonna lie.
We're having fun with it.
No, I wish it was hot like that. But I am wearing my goals, long sleeve under this. I don't know why I thought about that.
Right, let's go goals.
But the shoot was actually for a stylist that is coming out in San Diego, and she wanted to get a couple shots. It was like a Rihanna Tomboy shoot, and so she was there, and then I also had one of my assistants there with me, and that was pretty much what the team was. So she kind of relayed that message through her stylist to me. But it was hot, and it was only like 10 o'clock in the morning. So just imagine like how hot that day actually was. If it was, and it was in the summer.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was kind of a horrible little shoot, right? Or it's a learning experience, right?
Yes.
They're never losses, they're always lessons.
Exactly.
But tell me what your fantasy shoot would be.
And I'm going to sound like a typical guy, but my fantasy shoot would be boudoir. And it's not for your typical kind of, it's a naked girl, whatever. I like boudoir because of, the art behind it. So a lot of people are like, well, how do you find art in this? Here's my thing. You can't really hide yourself when you're naked. You know what I mean? You can't be someone else. Yeah, when you're naked. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. Like, for instance, if you're in the bedroom and you're doing, like, role play, like, it's role play for, like, maybe 10 seconds, and then you go back to being yourself because you're exposed. You're vulnerable, and I like that. The confidence that comes across someone being naked and someone taking a photo of them. And not even naked, but just any type of just less clothing that's normal, I guess you can say. So that's my dream.
Would you consider like lingerie part of your boudoir? Yeah. So like nude, semi-nude, implied nude. All right. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'll do gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the holidays coming up. If you want to do a calendar maybe for your significant other, hit up PicsByDevBlog. I'm sure he can do your photo shoot, and you can get all sexy for the camera for your loved one. Or maybe you just want to put it for a new Facebook profile page. Who knows what you want to do? Single, ready to mingle? Hey, holla for $1, strange for
put it on your Tinder.
Oh, Tinder, Grinder, whatever
Plenty
you
of
got.
fish, whatever.
Make it happen, Captain. All right. So, do you plan to stay in Southern California?
Right now, that is the plan. I've been doing some traveling, and I've been, I don't want to say around the world because that's not the case, but, I've never really been anywhere where I've loved it more than my home city. Like, we have literally everything. You could drive an hour and get in the desert, and then you can also drive an hour from the desert and go snowboarding. You know what I mean? In the same day. Like, where else can you do that?
I've done that.
See?
I did it with Red Bull. It was I forgot what it was called. Like, you met at Huntington Beach. You did surfing for the first part, and then you got on a bus, went up to the mountains, and did switchboard. That's what it was called, switchboard, where you went from a surfboard to a snowboard. Yeah,
That's
switchboard.
So cool.
It was really cool because you start off with like beach gear, and then you end the day in your hoodie, and it's just. It was very
and
cool.
You get that nowhere else.
You really can't do it. I mean, in other places you probably have to cross country borders
and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Okay, well, what don't you shoot?
I haven't really even thought about that question. There's really nothing I won't try. So I don't know if you heard earlier, I'm an opportunist. If an opportunity presents itself, I'll try it. As long as it's reasonable. But I don't know.
So animals.
I'll shoot animals.
Underwater, in the air.
I'll do all that.
All those. Any type of people, babies, events.
Yep. All of it.
I'm trying to think of what would be like a crazy thing that you could take a picture of that would just be like outlandish. Oh.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid.
Well.
Especially with your mind.
I'm like, well, have you done maternity pictures?
I was asked to do one, but she lived in Arizona, and it was towards the end of her, her last trimester. So it was kind of like we couldn't figure out, how to get that to go. But I would do it. I don't know. You know what I probably wouldn't do? I probably wouldn't photograph childbirth. I wouldn't mind doing a maternity shoot, but the actual birth of a child, I don't know if I'd photograph that.
What about a funeral?
I would do a funeral.
So you would do a funeral over a birth because it's just more what genitals are showing? Is that what it is?
It's that, and just I don't know the proper,
etiquette.
Etiquette of that. Like, do I show that? Do I show this? At a funeral, obviously you don't want to show the body. You pretty much want to just take pictures of the family grieving and blah 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 and all that type of stuff. Whereas you're in a doctor's office, so not only are you trying to figure out what's proper etiquette, but you're also trying to be safe and clean at the same time. So it's like I feel like there's just going to be too much going on, and I don't know. I've never been around a lot of blood or anything like that, so I don't know how squeamish I could be. So
you're gonna faint.
I'm sitting here taking a picture and then I just fall out on the ground. You don't want that. Photographer pass out and everybody stepping over you.
Well, what kind of cameras do you shoot on? Would they be big cameras, or how would you shoot it with a GoPro? What?
I have a little bit of everything. So I have a Google Pixel. I'm going to get the Google Pixel 2, which right now has the best camera on the market with a score of 98. Okay. So there's that.
Plug.
So yeah, right. Shameless plug. And then I do have a GoPro. I have the 5. I know the 6 just came out, but I have the 5. I have a point and shoot cool pics from Nikon. I shoot on Nikon, by the way. Okay. I have a D3300. I have a D750. And I just bought my first film camera, which is an F100, and I actually started an Instagram for that, and that's actually my full name, Devereaux Watson. So, and that's just strictly film.
Wow. So you've got a few things that you've got on the market.
Yeah.
So do you bring all of those cameras with you when you go on shoots, or do you talk over with the model and specify which ones you're going to use or go for a certain look? What do you do?
Exactly. So, like, if there's, like, a specific theme that's going on that, for instance, I can recreate a film look, but who wants to recreate a film look when you can get the original, like just take it on film and get it that way. So if there is that film look that the client is looking for, then I'll just go ahead and do that. But for the most part, I usually shoot on my D750. When I travel, I'll bring the point and shoot cool pics one just because it's lighter. And I don't really play too much with my D3300 anymore. But if I was ever in a situation where I did want a DSLR, but I don't want to bring my clunky D750, I'll probably bring that with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then how big is your team? Does it depend on the gig, or I guess, you said you have an assistant, right? So I guess what's the biggest size team that you've had to compile?
Just one other person.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a one-man team as far as running the business, but I don't say that I don't have a team behind me at the same time. Obviously, you for bringing me onto the show, you're a part of that team. My family's a part of that team. I have a lot of support. So I may not have them on location, but they're there.
So what would be some positions that maybe you're looking for that, shameless plug, maybe somebody's watching or looking to fill their time somewhere? Maybe they have a hidden talent. Are there positions you're looking for?
Well, to be 100% honest, all of my assistants are just friends that I'm just like, hey, you can hold something, so come along. But I am looking for an assistant. I am looking for a second shooter. So if I ever do weddings again, someone that can shoot with me, because it's a lot easier to have different angles and whatnot. I'm also looking for possibly someone to be my social media person. Believe it or not, I am into the marketing thing. I love marketing, but there's just so much social media that, for instance, being here today, I'm like, okay, Snapchat, okay, Instagram, Twitter, like I have to remember all the bases. That. Exactly. Yeah. And to be honest, I want to focus more on the creativity. I know it's 80% business, 20% creativity, but if I can just focus a little bit more on that side, it'll help me out.
Very cool. Well, where would you like to be in a year? You said that you've done your shoots, right? Because you've been doing pictures for how long?
Honestly, I just professionally probably a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay, so where would you like to see yourself next year?
Next year, I would like to see myself at least traveling and doing shoots for models somewhere else. Okay. I'm not looking for anything big. I don't want to make a lot of money. I just love what I'm doing. and I would love to travel. Like someone hit me up and be like, hey, I'm in Arizona, I'll pay for you to come out here. I mean, I'll even strike up a deal where it's like, hey, you pay for me to come out here, put me in a hotel, I'll shoot it, and call it a day. But hopefully that's what I want to do. I want to start traveling and doing photography.
Okay, and you said you got a film camera. Are you going to do film as well as photography?
Yes.
I guess so. Explain what this YouTube page is that's going to be released.
So yeah, November 3rd, which is next week, next Friday, my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Woo,
you.
Scorpio season.
I know,
you know
right?
what it is. Hello.
The best
Scorpio
season of them all.
Thank you. Legends are born in October. That's
Exactly.
what it is.
Wait, but I was born in November though.
Oh shit. Okay, they can be born in November too.
All right, cool. All right.
All right, we'll extend. I know Scorpio season goes in there. I'm being a little selfish.
Exactly.
Sorry.
It's all good, but I am dropping this YouTube channel. It is live now. If you go to my Instagram, the link is on my bio. Because obviously I don't have 200 subscribers, so I don't get my own link. But go on the link on the bio and you can get there. But it's gonna drop in November 3rd, and it's basically everything that I've been doing. You talk about the photography, you talk about the DJing and stuff like that. Someone else taught me that. Someone took the time to teach me that, and that's what I want to get back. I want to teach that, and it's not your typical like how do you shoot a picture, how do you compose. It's gonna be your everyday photography. So like for instance, I want to be more photogenic. What do I do? Boom, go to PicsByDev.com or whatever the YouTube channel, and you have 7. Actually, that's going to be my next video. 7 ways to make yourself more photogenic.
Okay.
And just simple stuff like that. What's the best angle? How do I get rid of that double chin? It's simple stuff that people forget.
Yeah, I was reading on your Instagram. You were doing little tips. You said one about when you smile to push your teeth to the front because it does something about some.
Yeah. So if you want to get that perfect
I don't
smile,
know if I'm doing it.
Pretty much, but you don't want to really show your tongue. I know you have that nice tongue ring, but what you do is you push it all the way forward to the front of your teeth, and what that does is it kind of relaxes your mouth so you're not grinning too hard, but then you're focusing on pushing it so that it's a weird tip. It's hard to explain.
I know. I was trying to do it in the car because I happened to be reading your text or you're going through the Instagram, and I was like, huh.
Yeah, just sit there.
And I was trying to think of all the models' pictures, and I was like, I wonder if do they look like this? Is this sort of
Possibly. Yeah. There's also another one with your tongue that you can do. Put it to the roof of your mouth, and that actually helps get rid of the double chin. So it stretches out your chin, and you're still smiling at the same time. but yeah, that's another way of getting rid of double chin. But these are things that people don't know. You know what I mean? And no one talks about it. So that's what I want my YouTube channel to be. That every day. I want to have a better Instagram, and that's what I'm going to do. So
very cool. So you said it's coming out November 3rd, which is going to be your birthday. Very cool release. And I don't know if you're still doing this, but did you, once upon a time, you mentioned that you may come out with a SD by night?
Oh, yeah, my book. Okay. So, at one point I was doing a San Diego by night project. Now the only problem with that is to be real, I just kind of lost interest in it. It's kind of difficult to shoot at night, and it's cold, it's lonely. So what I've been working on in the works, just kind of in my brain, is doing a walk in the park, and what I'm going to do is Balboa. And just shoot a lot of the stuff that happens in Balboa, because there's some interesting stuff. Like one of those photos of the monks singing, that was in Balboa. I kind of stole that picture while they weren't paying attention, but there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in Balboa Park. So just a small little book. It probably won't be much, but I work at a library, so they said they'll even put it on the shelves if I get it done. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, congratulations on that. Why don't you give all of our viewers and our listeners all your social plugs so they know where they can find you, where they can like your pictures, where they can send you their resume, send you their headshots if you're looking for models, all of that. So why don't you give yourself a few plugs?
All right. Well, the best place to go is always going to be on my website, PicsByDev.com. The cool thing about that website is, I don't know if you noticed, I said PicsByDevBlog on everything else. I started blogging first. So, again, opportunity thing. But you can go on that website. You'll be able to see up-to-date photos that I don't put on Instagram. You'll also be able to get links to all the other sites and social media and stuff like that. And if you're not into watching videos, you can actually read, because I still do, not type, do blogging. So go to that website first, PicsByDev.com. If you don't want to do that, everything PicsByDevBlog. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr, Tinder. Just kidding.
Grinder.
No, Grinder.
Hey, you never know nowadays. I mean, it's Halloween. Maybe you want to
do a little something strange for peace change.
We'll
trick that. Look, I'll trick them and they treat me.
Suck for a buck. We all love so,
Yeah.
It's all good. Well, thank you so much for coming by. It was so great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
This has been a special feature with Deborah Watson right here on Street Talk with the Swift Gang. We had Vincenzo do the first part of the interview. I'm Miss Fancy Pants doing the second part, and of course we heard DJ Roscoe. And your costume again is, I'm not a big Star Wars.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren with a K or a C?
K.
K. You see, Kylo Ren.
Kylo and then Ren.
Is it a hyphen?
No, it's 2 words.
Oh, jeez. Don't hurt me. Shut up, Vinny. No one's talking to you. Got a damn peanut gallery in the back. Shut up. All right. Well, thank you so much, Dev. Don't you guys go away, because Dev isn't leaving. He will stay with us as we chat about Halloween costumes and Halloween candy all coming up. We want to know, are you dressing up? Are you going to be a sexy something? Are you dressing up with your family? Do you have a significant other? Are you going to be partners? Or are you going to stay at home and hand out candy? Are you even going to turn your light on? I mean, we're going to ask all these questions coming up. We're going to see what Dev is going to do. He does have a little boy, so we'll find out maybe what he does on both ends, maybe what he does with his little boy and what he does for some adult time. So stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
You are now tuned into the movement with Swift Gang here on Street Talk.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching us.
My hat is off. We're all kind of disrobing with the heat in here.
Yeah.
We might be playing a Halloween version of strip poker later.
Yes. Winner gets a little mini-size.
I'm going to end up in my birthday suit.
A mini-size candy bar up their poop hole.
Speaking of which, it is midnight.
Oh my God! It's exactly midnight. See, I got the premonition. Hey!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me!
Happy birthday, Miss Fancy Pants.
I feel so good to be 21.
Oh, the neighbors are going to be knocking soon. I'd love it.
I think we
Oh my
closed all the
God.
windows. I don't think they can hear us. Yeah,
Do
we're
we
good.
soundproof the studio well enough? We'll find out in a few minutes.
That's to you, Linda.
They're like, is it New Year's Eve?
It's always a Linda.
I mean,
It's always a Linda. Damn it.
que
Beth.
Linda. No, que Linda. She's so beautiful. Que Linda.
Okay, Linda.
Okay, so
Linda, listen.
on tonight's topic, hi, Dev.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is
Candy.
the Street Talk topic.
Okay.
The Street Talk topic is Halloween costumes and candy.
Okay.
So we can do a round table.
Candy.
I asked DJ Roscoe about Halloween, and he said that in Jamaica, they don't really go around with candy. It's more of like parties and stuff like that. And they may have candies out there in a bowl or something like that, but it's not really the kids go around and do the trick-or-treating thing, which leads me to believe that this may be a holiday instigated by Hershey's and the Candy Corporations of America. Who knows? But, Farg, are you dressing up? Or are you going out this weekend? No, you're working. So, are you going to go out on Halloween? No?
Probably not, no.
No? Are you going to dress up at all?
I mean, at least dress up and go to work. I did it.
I honestly don't have anything.
Nothing?
What?
I got nothing. That's why I'm here in this.
I thought you said were you not going to Orange County anymore?
Oh, we're going to OC, but
Just like, not for a party, just to go?
just
Wait, question.
Oh.
Do you still have that oar? Because I was going to be like, you can be like one of those like rowers from like, like Harvard or whatnot. Because you kind of got that,
He's got one right there. You may not know this. The viewers tonight may not know this, but Farg is actually a professional rower.
yeah, I rode in college.
He rode in college
So I nailed it.
professionally. That
Wait,
is
what?
professional.
Oh my God.
I played some
Usually,
sports in high school. Never made it to college, so I
sports
wouldn't-
are still considered amateur sports.
They're
It depends on if you
I
get caught.
don't really
getting
make
paid.
it to the big league, so you know what? I recommend it. I commend anybody who made it to
Well,
college.
that's
That's
the-
great. I don't even know how to row. We went kayaking one time, and man, I did not realize you needed extra upper body strength. I was tired halfway through. They're like, "Let's go to Coronado." I'm like, I forgot
Was
when
there
I
candy?
signed up that I
Was there
had to
candy?
row.
Were they giving away candy?
No, they were. It just was a lot
Snickers.
of fish.
Snickers.
There's a lot of fish. Maybe if they had some candy at the end of my
Kit Kats.
canoe or of my kayak. But when I was booking,
No
I just
candy
really
corn.
didn't think that. I don't know. It didn't dawn on me that I would be the one kayaking. I, for whatever
Crunch
reason, thought I
bars.
was going to have a guide that was going to be like,
And you're just gonna
and
sit
this
there.
is going on. Yeah.
100 grand.
See, I'll tell you right now, that's a Scorpio thought. We think this way.
Scorpions.
We're just like you
think
do.
this
You
way.
do.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well.
I was born this way.
Whoa, look at that. Okay, so you're dressing up now. Are you dressing up tomorrow?
I am dressing up tomorrow, so I'm DJing tomorrow as well.
Where are you DJing at?
La Jolla High School.
Ooh.
I'm doing their homecoming.
Shout out to the Pointers.
Pointers? That's Point Loma.
Isn't that who you said you were going?
I
No.
said La Jolla.
Oh,
His
they're the Vikings.
dyslexia.
Sorry.
Or his retarded.
Sorry. I got
I-
the letters
I
mixed up.
apologize.
So, yeah, the Vikings, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'll be
Vikings.
DJing there. I don't know how long I'll have this robe on because it is hot, and I know the gym is going to be hot. So I'll be dressing up tomorrow, Sunday, because I'm going to a party, and then again on Halloween, but I'll be in Solvang. So a little
Oh,
small
look
town
at
in
that.
Santa Barbara.
Solvang. Yeah, I've been there. I
Wait a minute. Where?
Solvang.
Have you ever
Solvang.
been there before?
Yes.
What are you?
Every year.
What are you going there for?
I go there for my birthday. So,
What?
yeah, I go all the way up there for my birthday. I know, believe it or not. But again, I like to travel, and it's a beautiful place. It's a little Dutch town.
Oh,
right
yeah, we've
outside.
Yeah,
been
no,
there.
like-
We've been there.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
exactly. I was actually there a couple of weeks ago. I'm
Okay.
just. That's why I'm curious because
How does a
What do you-
DJ Dev
where do you?
end up in Solvang?
You know, Solvang shuts down at like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
What do you?
Well, see, here's the thing. Since my birthday is November 3rd, it's always right around Halloween. So we typically, okay, let me go back, actually. I have a travel agent, and I was thinking about
This
going
guy.
to, I know, shut up. I was thinking about going to San Francisco and all that type of stuff. And my travel agent was just like, hey, I got a cheaper option for you. She was like,
Nice.
how about you go to Solvang?
Yes.
And on your way to Solvang, you can, spend the night there, and then you can take only a 4 to 5 hour drive and be in San Francisco instead of 9 straight.
Yeah.
So that's how I found Solvang, and then I fell in love with it since I've been there. And it always looks like Solvang is lit for Halloween. Not like party lit, but just like they kind of like do it up, like everyone's walking the street, I don't know. It looks like that type of town because every time we get there, it just looked like the night before was fun. So we're going to try it out, see what happens.
Interesting.
The little Dutch man.
No,
The little
I'm
Dutchies.
so curious to hear about this trip.
I am too.
Well, actually, I'll probably be live streaming a little bit of it on my YouTube channel. So.
Ooh.
Because when I went there, I feel like I had a completely different visit.
No,
you weren't
it's the
saying
same.
the same. I mean,
It still closes at 4. It just looks like, for whatever reason, they do up Halloween because it's a small town.
Miss Fancy Pants felt like it was a ethnically challenged town. One that was not accustomed to seeing or smelling those of a different scent and of a different look.
Gotcha. Okay.
And because of the Rastafarian look of her significant other, it appeared that maybe perhaps
we were being circled.
people of this small, tiny Danish town weren't accustomed to seeing not just maybe someone of African American descent, but one of true Rastafarian descent.
Gotcha.
With
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
someone of non
Yes.
Rastafarian
Yes.
descent.
Okay.
of
I can see
a-
that. It is a small
a-
town.
Now-
It is, yes, and so when you say that, I just spark I would be cautious.
I
Just
thought
be
I tried.
cautious.
Yeah, it's just
You should just always be cautious
Yes.
because not everywhere is as progressive
No.
as everywhere else.
so talk to Flo,
I'm trying to figure
your
out.
progressive agent.
I was like, are you on
She-
your period?
If I was drinking cranberry juice, that'd be a tall telling sign that I'm on my period.
All right. So you're gonna have. So you're gonna have the same costume for all your events,
Yes,
right? And then are you
yes.
gonna dress up as anything when you go to Solvang for? It's like day of the. Well, it's I doubt
Dia
it.
de los Muertos.
I mean, do the Dutch celebrate?
Probably not, but you know what? They do have a really high Hispanic population
just
there,
about to go
and
into
they
that.
and they probably celebrate Dia de los Muertos not on Halloween, however, November 1st and November 2nd, which is All Souls Day.
Well, see, actually, Santa Ynez is,
I was just about to say that.
is full of Native Indians. Or Native American Indians.
Okay,
And
just wanted to specify if
sorry,
it was this
Na-
one or this one.
Native American
Okay.
Indians, because they originated in Santa Barbara,
Right.
but
Displaced.
moved eastward when the Spanish friars and the soldiers came into Santa Barbara. They moved east to have their own area, so it's not necessarily Mexican, although there are Mexicans and Spaniards, because Spain did own California, Alta California, at some point, but I would say that there's probably more Native Americans in that area than there are Mexicans. But it is definitely Caucasian County once you get into Santa Barbara. It is, it is. So just letting you know, it is. So drive the speed limit and all of those things, just so that
And make
you
sure your
don't
car's
like-
registered. Make sure you have insurance. Call Freeway. It's $15 a month.
I'm gonna let Haley drive. That way.
Haley Bunny.
Hey, Haley.
Hey, it's your
driving.
boyfriend. He's on live.
Speaking of that, you asked me about my nickname. It's Booski.
Booski.
That's my.
Ooh.
Hey, Booski.
Yeah.
Booski.
Hey, Booski is Honey Bunny. Hey.
I shouldn't have said that.
Booski.
Hey, Booski.
Better than
like
mine.
that.
Mine's asshole.
Oh. That got dark quick.
Hey, asshole.
Hey.
Hey, what's up,
I
sweetheart?
mean, she's almost ready to pop out her,
Yeah, she's-
second kid, and it's 3
she's
for
on.
him. And-
She's on the message.
and with
She's
it
on
being
the hormones.
A girl, it's like double the hormones.
Oh yeah, because she's just sucking the life out of her. It's too bad. It's really too bad. It's a shame.
Oh my God, hormone. Are you drawing your original player right now?
And I'm just trying to draw it. It just so happened to look like the original player.
Ridiculous. He's got Sonic the Hedgehog on his.
I was trying to do like
back.
a Sonic the Hedgehog / Goofy, but it didn't work out.
So what's your Mr. Original Player? What's your costume going to be with your kids?
So
Because are
my
you taking them
costume
out
with my
tomorrow?
Kids, yes. No.
No.
We're going out on Halloween evening after practice. We're going to be Romans, ancient Romans.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a specific Roman in mind?
No, but given my haircut and the fact that I got not olive trees, but I have rosemary bushes, so I could just use some rosemary bush and make myself a little Caesar. Yeah.
Walk around with anchovies. You could be like a Caesar salad.
I am so done.
Croutons.
I quit.
Croutons.
Who's going to toss him tonight?
Trick or treat. Oh my God. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. Just hand out those little Newman packets of croutons and Caesar dressing.
A little bit of Parmesan, too.
Oh my
Too much.
God.
I'm so
We should have
done.
had that at my wedding when we came back down the aisle. Instead
We
of
just all had
rice.
Parmesan
Yeah, instead of
shakers, and we
rice,
just
throw
like
Parmesan. Dun, 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 dun.
scrape it up and make a pizza with it later. A pizza pie.
Oh my God. Terrible.
Well,
Terrible.
I'm a pirate today. I'm going to be Elvira tomorrow, and then I'm going to be an angel on Halloween. Going to go out to Tin Roof. They got an event going on. It's industry night there. It's Saints and Sinners is the theme. So if you dress up in theme, it's free cover. Starts at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
It's a weekday, so you know it's really only going to be industry people, because all normal people go
Go
out
to work.
Go to work.
tomorrow, and
Right.
all of us who are working have the opportunity to go out on Tuesday on the actual day. So if you don't have kids and you'd like to adult
Yeah, if you're not
on
Vinny.
Halloween, go downtown Tin Roof. Make sure you hit up your Lyft driver so he can give you a ride home.
Drive with Vinny.
Drive with Vinny in his
to
brand new 2017
Yes, which I want to give a special thank you
four-door
to Miss,
Fiat.
Miss Fancy Pants for helping me take care of that. Thank
Partner, let me upgrade.
you. Yeah,
you.
it was good. It was a good time. She shook the guy. She shook the dealer down and make sure he gave me the best deal, and
Nice.
It happened.
Man,
I
I
can
was
see that.
asking him questions he didn't even
Yeah.
know the answers to.
He's like, look. How about I just give you the best car that I can offer you so you shut up? And I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. That works for me.
I sat there and read the owner's manual. I'm not
She-
reading this until I leave.
Yep. While I was signing the paperwork, she's like reading the owner's. I look back, she's there.
What?
Shout out to Bob Baker Fiat.
Wow.
Yeah, she was taking care of it. And I come back and sit down, and she's like, okay, so I read the whole owner's manual. You're good to go.
He can hook 7 phones up to his car at one time.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you can only fit 5 people.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
He's got a moonroof that goes all the way to the back seat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that being used.
Unfortunately,
Beats
the
by Dre sound system.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Black
It's not even
rims.
Bose. It's
What?
Black rims with black steel rims.
we have
this is
the
parked
Italian
outside?
steel
Yes.
here.
For now?
Yes.
He wants you want a joyride in it?
Black on black.
No, I was just gonna take
He
it.
might he might lose his parking.
I'm sure, I wouldn't be surprised someone already took it by now. Sirius XM radio 1-year subscription.
Mm-hmm.
He loves
is
his Sirius,
freaking
man. He
great.
came in raving
Oh my
about,
God.
there's this one channel. I think it's like Backspin or something. That's the most.
And you know what? Farg knew what I was talking about. Farg's on that tip too. So
You know what? You need to be on the GoHamRadio.com tip, bro.
There you go. What's wrong with you?
Hello.
we need to get Go Ham on Sirius. We need to get serious about Sirius and get Go Ham on Sirius.
Well, if you guys don't know, if you go to GoHamRadio.com, you can hear live music, labels, and locals. Currently, we've got 24/7 streaming of live music, and then we do have our podcast shows that we do have a schedule for that you can listen to. All of the podcast shows for Street Talk are on iTunes, Google Play. We also are on TuneIn Radio. You can find us there. TuneIn Radio. We do have a channel there with our podcast. So you can search for us and find us. And we don't want to forget candy.
Yes.
Don't
that's my
forget the
favorite thing.
candy.
That's my
Candy.
That's tough.
Candy. Come here,
So,
little kids.
About the
What?
candy.
I
Let me
have
ask
some
you
candy
guys,
for your trick or treating.
do you leave the light on or the light off?
I leave it off with a note saying that the pregnant lady who lives here has eaten all the candy already.
I love you.
Wow.
Game, match, point. I should. Too bad my microphone's.
One for Vinny. All right.
You're tied now.
All right. What do you do, Dev?
We usually leave the light on.
We'll leave the light on for you.
I know, right? We live right across the street from a canyon, so it's only a one-side street. So typically we don't get that many kids. So what we do is we get like full-on candy bars. So like you come to our house, if we have Snickers that year, it's like a full Snickers. Or
Oh,
we
that's
have
the
like
house to go
Skittles,
to.
we have like the full
Because
bag
you
of Skittles.
earned your way.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
get
You earned
marked.
your way.
Your house is gonna get marked.
What's the address again?
Do
Yeah.
big.
What canyon was
I'm not gonna
that?
say it
No,
on.
yeah,
I'm not
you
gonna
know
say
what?
it
We'll
on
wait
the
till
air.
we get off the
Yeah.
air. Good idea.
Yeah. The first person there is gonna take all the damn candy.
And see, that's the thing. Since we don't get that many people, we don't have like a little limit. You know, it's like, oh, you get one. It's just like, here, take like 5.
Man.
Oh man,
So-
we're coming.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
we're
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
So
We're trick or treating in the car this year, kids.
if I'm home, I don't mind leaving the light on.
Uh-huh.
Right? But sometimes I'm just not always there. Maybe I want to go to sleep. Maybe I'm just doing other things and I just don't want to answer the door all the time, right? So last year I just left a bowl of candy out there just so that whoever could come up, because I was on the 2-story of an apartment complex, would come up. I don't know if any kids came, but I do know my neighbor was throwing a party, and every single one of his guests that walked by my house to get to his apartment door
no.
took the candy until maybe about the 9th person took all of the candy out of the bowl. I could hear all this going on.
Uh-huh.
And then,
it's a free
and then I get no more candy. And so I was just like, you know what? They ate all the candy. I'm done. My
Well,
job here is done.
If it makes you feel any better, we tried that one year, put the bowl outside.
Yeah, that's just guaranteed.
We lost the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's gonna
They
walk
took
learning.
the
away.
whole bowl.
I'm learning you can't really do that.
No,
so.
not in America. No,
I'm-
like I was gonna make a mention of that when you were talking about in Jamaica, how like they leave the candy out there. I'm like, not in America. Our
You know
kids
what
like
it
candy.
is? I think it's not here in California, because this is what I've noticed. If you go to some places like in the Midwest, they don't even have fences in between their homes. The homes, like the yards, everything's all together, front and back.
Well, neither does San
So
Francisco.
So
yeah,
how
but
do you know
that's
when
but
to
that's a lot
fight
of
your
urban-
neighbor for being on your land?
You don't, because it's a total community. It's a community thing. Like they have more of an honor system. Like You got to remember, we live out here.
Are you saying we have no honor here in California?
Apparently.
No, we are.
Apparently.
We are the wild, wild west.
At least not in San Diego.
No, we're not. That's
we
Texas.
Are, no,
We've got
that's the middle.
Texas and New Mexico.
That's
Man,
the
if
Midwest.
you watch cowboy movies and all the Wild Wild West movies, they ain't never talking about California. Not
It's like
never
New
one
Mexico
time.
and Arizona.
Yeah, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas.
The
That's all
gold
they
rush
talk
is
about.
in. We're the Golden State.
We've always been super liberal.
Golden State Warrior.
Mask of Zorro.
Mask of Zorro.
They
Speaking
talked
of
about
Mask
it
of Zorro, I
once.
think DJ Roscoe was
Mask of Zorro.
DJ Roscoe. What were you? What was your costume? I thought you were the guy from.
He looks like Phantom of the Opera right now.
Phantom of the
did,
Opera.
yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of. Phantom of the Opera, because he had his mask over there. But is that what you are? Phantom of the Opera? No, you didn't wear it. So what are you?
Masquerade.
Just a masquerade ball. All right, I like that
All right.
pendant that you wore. It was
I want Reese's Pieces.
Reese's. What?
And I want them
All right.
now.
Okay, so we've talked about candy.
Kit
now,
Kat, Patty Whack.
you don't leave any candy. You
Nope.
wear a lame costume. I
Yes.
don't even know how we're friends for this holiday.
We are.
Dev,
Yeah.
you leave candy. You hand out full candy bars. So you've already let me know that they're chocolate candy bars, right?
I hand out mouse
It depends,
traps.
again, on the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it the same candy bar?
No.
You just have a
We
multitude
just
of
kind
them?
of just go, like, typically whatever I like, I'm just like, hey, let's get Snickers this year.
See, the problem is if I get candy that I like, I eat it before I give it to the kids.
But that's why we get it. We don't get enough kids, so then I have candy.
I've got to
my
watch my
God.
pirate figure here. I can't just be eating all these candy bars. So when I went to the store and I was trying to decide, it was the whole candy aisle. What kind of candy do you get, right? Candy that I wouldn't be tempted to eat. And so I decided.
Well, then you got to get the cheapest candy possible.
no, I didn't want to do the kids like that.
We don't
You know?
talk to you. You don't do
Yeah,
any of the
I
Halloween
wasn't trying
stuff.
to do the kids dirty like that. What I did
Well,
see.
I'm trying to make sure you don't do yourself dirty by eating all the candy. So what you do is to save yourself, you just buy the shitty candy that you wouldn't eat, and therefore.
No,
could buy
because
good
I need
ca-
to
I don't
treat
like
my,
Almond
it's my
Joy, and that's a good
birthday.
candy.
I deserve some candy.
Well,
on my
you just
birthday.
said you weren't trying to eat the candy.
I wasn't trying to eat all of the candy. So
Oh.
what I would settle on.
Well, then just
would-
buy an extra large bag.
I'm buying an extra large bag of
Perfect.
a mixture of Tootsie Roll
Perfect.
products. That's what I've decided on because I love Tootsie
Cotton
Roll,
candy, sweet
but
as
I
gold.
only love the chocolate Tootsie Roll, as some of you
Clearly.
may know.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
But
but in the variety pack, it comes with dots.
With
It
the
comes with
freaky
the
hair.
suckers.
Yep,
It
yep.
comes with the
Okay.
fruit flavored Tootsie
the
Rolls
Dum
and
Dums.
stuff.
no
Dum
no Dum Dums.
What?
No, it's a different. That's a different packaging. It's not a Tootsie Roll.
Dum Dums has their own package.
So I figured if I would
Terrible.
eat every single one of the Tootsie Rolls that I loved, I still
Okay.
would only eat half the bag. So I'm going with the multi-pack Tootsie Rolls. That's what I would
Smart,
give to the
smart,
kids.
smart.
Okay.
You know,
Multi-pack
Vinny, if
Tootsie Rolls.
DJ Roscoe, since you're living in America now, and if you were in town, what kind of candy would you leave for the kids? Would you leave candy? Would you leave your light on?
Yeah, I would leave my light on. I would choose the chocolate bars.
The chocolate bars.
Small ones, though.
The small mini chocolate bars? What kind of chocolate bars?
Snickers.
Nice.
All the good ones?
Snickers, yeah.
Would you eat them?
Yeah, but not too much.
So when would you buy your candy? Would you buy it a week in advance?
I'll try
3
not-
days in advance? The day before?
Nah, just the day before.
Yeah.
Oh, you're better than me.
I'm gonna be tempted.
I
Have
buy-
you already bought your candy bars?
No, I usually buy it the day after, and then use that candy for the next year.
So you're handing out year-old candy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the candy does expire, and it gets all like especially if it's chocolate, it gets this
man.
like white like
Wait
little
a
powder
minute,
on
wait
it.
a minute. That reminds
Okay.
me. My brother gave me a
So
Twix
we will
the
not
other
be
day.
coming to your house for trick or treating this year.
Wait a minute.
It
My
worked.
brother gave me a Twix the other day. I remember. And first off, let's start by saying he never gives me candy bars.
So you should have known.
I did know.
Something was
I
wrong
did
right
know,
off the bat.
because I got the Twix and I was like, wow, he gave me the whole package, not even just like
A
here's
piece.
one or a piece of one or you
Like,
want a
here's-
bite. Like, okay,
Here you go.
I knew
don't
I
need
thought that
this.
was like a red flag, but I took it. You know, I wasn't turning it down, so I took it and I was like, okay. So I started opening it up. Everything's cool. All right, went to take a bite. Okay, honestly, I haven't had a Twix in a while, so I was reminding myself that this is what it tasted like. All right. Took another secondary bite and was like, you know what?
Okay.
This really doesn't taste
Right.
like how I remember this tasting.
Oh no.
And for some reason, I never do this. I looked at the expiration date on that thing, and it was a year expired. I had a year expired candy bar. And I said, brother, yes,
Brethren.
do you know that this candy bar that you gave me is expired? Oh, oh yeah, they're expired. Did you eat anything? Oh yeah, I ate 5 of them. You're good. You're good to eat them.
Yeah, I didn't shit my brains out for 3 hours last
5
night.
of them. You had 5 expired candy bars. No, I thank you for your generosity. I appreciate it, but I shouldn't be eating candy bars anyway, much less year-old candy bars.
You needed that like narrator that like when it stops and then it goes gray and it's just like at this point Miss Fancy Past knew she fucked up.
I was like,
Right when he handed it to you.
after this, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should
That's
have
good.
this candy bar.
That's good. Oh, man.
Yeah. And then I pawned the rest of it off on my husband and didn't tell him they were.
Oh,
expired.
wait, what?
I wanted somebody else to feel my pain.
Oh, man.
I didn't want to be the only one who suffered.
I'm
I said,
so
"Oh, here,
glad I'm not
here,
part of
babe,
the
have the other one."
So you can't even be mad now because you pulled the
just
same
pulled
trick. Like
stunt.
what?
Oh, my gosh.
It was a good one. He got me.
He got you good.
All right, so I think that's really all we got going on tonight with our Halloween topic tonight on costumes and candy. So if you
Yeah.
are going out, make sure that you don't drink and drive. Get a Lyft or an Uber driver.
Hire
At this
me.
point, it's so cheap that you can afford it if you can afford drinks to get drunk.
Yeah.
So make sure you do that. Hit up all the haunted houses that you can if you want some fun scare
right.
mares or all of that. You can even watch 1922
Yes,
and what was it?
Mindhunters.
Mindhunters. Check both of those out on Netflix if you like Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
You can go see Juicy J. Maybe you got
Juicy
tickets
J.
for Music Soul Child. Maybe you're gonna go see Yellow Wolf. Who knows what you're gonna do? Maybe you're gonna go see DJ Dev if you're at what is it? La Jolla High School.
Yeah.
Very cool. So shout out to them.
Vikings.
Shout out to the Norsemen.
Yes.
Shout out to them. They've got a couple more games going
One.
before one more game.
Next Thursday's the last game.
All right, and
Freedom!
shout out to our artiste of the evening, Mr.
right.
Vinny. Are there any inappropriateness
No,
on here?
nothing. Don't
Okay.
forget my dude on the other side, my Sonic the Hedgehog, I guess, if you want to share that. That's
For
art.
someone who's not allowed to have pens, this will be him.
Really?
Art.
Give this back. He's
Art.
not allowed to have fidget pens when we work.
Art.
All right.
Art.
So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming and joining us on my birthday. It means so much to me that you guys are here to watch our show here on GoHamRadio.com. We're here every Friday night, 10 p.m. to midnight.
Yes.
We will not be having DJ Roscoe or jamming with DJ Roscoe for the next couple of weeks due to him going out of town, but he will be back the first week in December, so make sure you're tuning in to check him out. However, we will still be continuing every week right here, same time, same place.
Exactly.
And why don't you let our viewers know who we got coming into the show or into the studio next week?
So next week we have Charisma Jones.
All right.
Local
All right.
hip hop, and I wouldn't go so far to say R&B artist, but he does have some kind of soulful music that
He does.
he puts together, and he's from East County. And he hails from both Long Beach and St. Louis, as well as El Cajon, and close friend of ours. And we will be having him on the show next week.
Definitely will. So shout out to Charisma Jones. We'll also be discussing voting. Because, voting comes up
Yes.
November 7th. Are you registered to vote? So we're going to talk about...
Are you a felon?
If you are a felon, are you even able to vote? So we're going to talk about a couple of those things so that you can get aware
Yes.
of what your civic responsibilities and duties are, if you are allowed to even perform them. So we'll be talking about that all next week. Make sure you tune in. If you missed the beginning of the show, you can check the highlight video right on GoHamRadio.com on the tab for Street Talk. We've got all of our prior videos up there. We have them in video and audio form, so if you're driving and you can't watch them, you can hear them.
Yes.
And you can also we have a playlist started. So we've got a song of each one of our artists that
Exactly.
you can hear. So there's about 8 different featured songs on there. At the end of our season, we're going to do maybe a mixtape that we can hand out to some of our P1 listeners and viewers. So make sure you tune into that and subscribe and share and tell all your friends. Any closing remarks that you guys want to say? Any shout-outs? Gang goodbyes?
Oh, why? Oh, no. Hi, Mom. Hi, Haley. But no, check me out, PicsByDevBlog.com. Even if you want to do something for your Instagram, I got you. Just hit me up.
All right. Farg, do you want to say anything? You want to say goodbye? You want to say hi?
Thank you,
Pregnant?
Dev, very much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Everyone, no shout outs, anything like that. Everyone drive safe. Make responsible decisions, please.
Yes.
That's all I got.
DJ Roscoe,
Your decisions affect other people, especially when
Yes.
you're on the road.
especially mine.
DJ Roscoe.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. Yes, as you know, always grateful for the return viewers and for new viewers. Welcome, stay tuned. Not because DJ Roscoe won't be here, music will be live on the set. Yes, stay tuned, and you can always stay tuned and hit me up at RoscoeEntertainment.com or Roscoe876. Stay tuned. Thank you.
And, well, DJ Roscoe, enjoy your time in Jamaica. Farg, thank you so much. Pics by Dev is the place you want to go.
PicsByDev.com or PicsByDevBlog everywhere else.
Happy birthday, Miss Fancy Pants.
Thank you. It feels great to be 21 again.
Happy Halloween to everyone. Be safe this week during your festivities and this weekend. And thank you all for tuning in again and joining us here on Street Talk with the Swift Gang. I'm Vinny Cenzo.
And I'm Miss Fancy Pants.
And you have been listening to us here live on GoHamRadio.com. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Streaming live every Friday night, it's Street Talk with the Swift Gang, right here on GoHamRadio.com.
Giving opportunity, hope, and mentorship. GoHamRadio.com.